we're going to just start stepping right and then left. And we're going to add that little squat. All right, tummy's tight. All right, right, left. All right, just a couple more. Now, second position, hands out, triple pulse, side bend to the right. Again, 3, 2, get that big stretch in the side. 3, 2, 1. All right, last one. All right, now big inhale, arms up to the ceiling. All right, let's get that forward fold. Now up, back to the pulses. And side bend to the left. Big stretch. 3, 2, 1. Again. All right, now we're going to just stick with the pulses. All right, 8 pulses. Stay nice and low and knees towards toes. All right, curtsy right and left. Right, left. We're going to add some speed here. You can make the leg longer, or you can keep this a shorter movement. All right, now we're going to add in the hands. It's almost like a speed skater. Just modifying it a little bit. 2, 1. All right, back to second. Inhale up. All right, get that forward fold again. All right, just hang out for a minute. Stretch. All right, back to set stance. We're going to do knee lifts, right and left. Pulling right up to the chest. Using that core. All right, we'll do that 4 more times each side. I'm going to switch this into a kick. All right. Right, left, right, and left. All right, so inhale, stretch. Now step out to second. Now we're going to hinge forward, hands on the thighs. And we're just going to stretch and push back. All right, now step in, right side out, and then right leg steps back. So you're stepping to the side. Hands go wide as the leg goes to the side. Then push them back. All right, we're going to switch sides. All right, left. Push back. So strong chest here. You're hinging forward, but the core is still really tight. All right, so inhale. Let's get that little back bend at the top. All right, perfect. Now we're going to come to the side of our mat, and we're going to go into our plank track. We have a nice little flow with this one. So we're going to start with a forward fold. We're going to walk to high plank, push into a downward facing dog, and then do it all over again. All right, if you're ready, we're going to come down, walk out to the high plank. All right, now push into downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Now float up. All right, let's do that again. So forward fold, walking to high plank. Square up the hips. Now downward facing dog. Walk your hands towards your feet. Floating up to the ceiling. All right, one more time. Down. Now hold in high plank. You can come to your knees or stay here. We're going to lift our front leg. A nice straight spine. We're going to go into tricep push-up. All right, here we go. 8 times. Elbows tight to the body. Try not to flare. Option. Drop the bottom leg. All right, now we're going to take that front leg. We're going to cross it under the back leg. And then switch. So come in and under. In and under. So we're going to start out slow. Walking, cross under. Now your option is to stay at this pace, or you can come with me, speed it up, and add the jump. Jump, and jump, jump, and jump. Just allowing your body to float. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. right, now come to your forearm. We're going to go into a side plank. Option, keep the bottom knee down, or you can stack, and we're going to pulse. Pulse that hip. 4, 3, 2. Now lift the top leg. 8. Remember that bottom leg can be down. All right, 4 more. 3, 2, 1. All right, now back to plank. Walking your feet, hands towards your feet, floating up. All right, now come down. Let's do that flow. High plank. Now walk to push it down facing dog. Walk your hands towards the feet. All right, so we're going to go back to the push-up. Lifting that back leg. Make sure you switch legs. 8 push-ups. Switching the legs. All right, give me 4 more. Then we're going to take that lifted leg, cross under the front leg. Here we go. In and under. Slow to start. So this is where you can stay. All right, couple more. Nice and slow. All right, speed it up. Jump and jump. Four, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm just going to switch sides. And come to that forearm plank. Taking the option, bottom knee can be down, hand up and pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now lift the top leg. 8. You got it. Keep the hips and shoulders square. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do that flow. High plank, downward facing dog. And walk your hands towards the feet. Float up to the ceiling. All right, forward fold. Walk up to high plank. All right, you're almost done. Downward facing dog. All the way up. All right, perfect. And that was your plank track. All right, good job. So we have 3 upper body tracks. So we are going to start with our heavier weights. We're going to do a bicep track. So second position, hammer curl. We're going to pulse right, pulse left. As we land right. So right and left. All right, keeping those elbows firm. Beside your ribs with the hammer curl. Wrists are staying neutral. And we have that nice neutral spine. So when you got the hammer curl, you don't want to twist the wrist. Keeping the wrist neutral. All right, we got 4 more. Lock the elbows in. Strong core and strong chest. All right, we're going to go into play and serve the platter to the side. So out and twist. Play, twist. Serve and twist. Palms up, then palms towards me. All right, back to the hammer curl. Right and left. So reset the shoulders, lock them back and down. All right, you got it. Squeeze. All right, I want you to really try to squeeze the biceps now. Let's make this a little bit harder. All right, just 4 more each side. Squeeze. And then we're going to go back to that full range play with the serve the platter to the side. All right, out. Pull in. So keeping those elbows close to the shoulders. All right, hammer. Right and left. Feeling the biceps about now, I hope anyways. All right, 4 more. 3, All right, we're going to switch this up. All right, so we're going to hinge forward. We're going to go right and left, wide, then narrow, wide, narrow. So elbows up to shoulder height, then pull them in. 90 degrees, pull back along the ribs. So you're hinging forward, strong core. Keeping the head in line with the spine. All right, so plie and fly the arms. 8, 7. Head up in line with the spine. And squeeze between the shoulder blades. 2, 1, wide, wide. Pull back. Almost done. Pull back. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you're done. All right, let's go to light weights. No breaks. We're just going to keep going. All right, so we're going to be in second position. Arms forward, and we're going to make circles. So circles, small little circles. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. Soft elbows. All right, switch directions. 8. All right, so notice my hands are at shoulder height. So now we're going to lunge right, and our left arm is going to swing. So we're going to swing, back to second, back to double knee lunge. Swing and lift. So that right arm is quiet. A little isometric work in that arm. 2. All right, hold the double knee lunge and pulse. Making little U's now with the weight. Small lowercase u, double knee lunge. Front knee stacked over the ankle. 2, 1. All right, elbows up. Left and right. Left and right. So shoulders and then straight up. We're bringing our elbows back to shoulder height only. All right, let's make those circles inside. Woo. Slow and painful. Let's find that burn. Small weights. Option, put the weights down. All right, switch directions. This is a small muscle, so heavy weights are not needed. All right, are you ready? We're going to double knee lunge to the left, and we're going to swing the right arm this time. Right, you got it. So let that back heel float off the ground now. Tummy is tight. Woo, I'm losing my balance today. All right, last one. Now hold the U's. Let's add that pulse. Making U's. This is it. You're almost done this track. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, perfect. You are done. We got one more upper body track. So again, you can stay with these lighter weights. We'll start down in a plank, but we're going to take the weight in our front hand, and we're going to lift the back leg. So opposite hand with opposite leg. My back arm, my hand is under my shoulder. I got 5 toes on the mat, and my knee, we got a nice 90-degree bend here. All right, so we're going to kick back. All right, square off the shoulders. Squeeze the core. Now your option, you can keep the leg right where it is, or you can lift it and come with me. Here we go. Lift and down, up and down. Square off the hips, keeping the head up in line. Nice tight tummy here. All right, 8 more. 7. All right, can you feel the music build? We're going to take this into small range. All right, let's pulse. We got 32 in total here. So again, if you want, you can drop that back leg and just put the focus into the tricep. So we're not letting that hand go much lower than the hip. Keep it small range. All right, 16. Squeeze. All right, final 8. We have a quick transition. Knees or toes. Going into tricep push-up. All right, here we go. Down and up. So my hands are under my shoulders. I'm squeezing my elbows in towards my ribs. All right. Last one. All right, perfect. Take a quick child's pose. All right, good. We're going to switch sides. And do that all over again. All right, so make sure you're switching hands. I'm sure you're ready to switch hands. All right, here we go. So lift and down. Lift, down. Square off the hips. If you're lifting the leg, really emphasize that squeeze in the glute. All right, give me 8 more. All right, you guys ready to go back to small range? Feel those pulses? All right, here we go. 32, squeeze. Start to really enjoy the discomfort in your body. That's when you know you're getting stronger. All right, make sure you're holding the shoulders back and down. Keeping your head lifted. Try not to let your head drop. Strong back, strong core. 8. All right, final 4. Back to tricep push-ups, knees or toes. 8. 7. You got it. Pull those elbows in. No flare of the elbows right now. All right. So we have one more quick set. The best, the heart under heart push-ups. So get your hand under your heart. I enjoy these for my knees because they're difficult. All right, tummy's tight. All right, let's do this. Let's get full range here. Walking the shoulders back. This is all about your tricep and biceps, this move. Such a strong, athletic move. All right, we're going to do a triple pulse with the hold now. 3, 2, hold, and up. Again, 3, 2, hold, push up. 3, 2, hold. All right, last one. Hold, and you're done. All right, great job. So we're going to do a core track. So if you have a ball, grab that. Even a soft soccer ball, if you're a mom or a dad and you have younger kids, I'm sure you've got a few of those lying around. Or a little stuffed teddy bear. Or just a small pillow. Or option, you don't need one at all. This is just if you have tight hips, a little bit of lower back pain. Sometimes a little support here really helps. All right, so we're just going to lean back and up. So we're in C curve and up. Now your option here, hands behind the legs and elbows nice and wide. Scoop the bellies and stack. Scoop and stack. All right, now we're going to lift the front leg, take our back arm and twist to the twist here. Really scoop the belly here, option. Both hands can come together. All right, now lift the front leg and twist to the back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So again, that option, hold that leg and just use your front arm to twist. All right, now we're going to go center. Lift the front leg up and down. Lift and all becomes a little bit more useful. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now back leg, 8. Again, the option, you don't have a ball, or even if you do, use the hands just a little bit. You're still getting a great core workout here. 2. All right, let's do that one more time. Front leg, twist, twist. We're almost done, I know. All right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, to the back. 16. Squeeze. Let me get a quick little break here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, perfect. So we're going to get rid of this ball or your support. All right, we're going to just enjoy a quick reset. So if you want to stretch. So we're going to come back into a reclined forearm plank. So elbows under shoulders. Now try not to pull the shoulders forward. We're going to pull them back, lift the chest. Now we're going to lift our legs, option, keep them at tabletop, but we're all going to twist towards knee. Lift the chest. Now we're going to do a lock-in. We're going to pull the legs in. We're just going to hold here for a moment. So make sure you're twisting towards knee, but the chest is still facing the ceiling as much as possible. All right, lock it in. Pull it in. Pull and in. All right. 4, 3, 2, squeeze the core. All right, now we're going to just quickly demonstrate. We're going to push up, hands behind the back, and across the ankles, and we're going to triple pulse and extend. 3, 2, 1, and out. Again, 3, 2, 1, and out. So really draw that belly in. One more. Back on the elbows. And now legs to the back. Pull in. So pulling your thighs in towards your chest. All right, pushing back up, cross the ankles. 3, 2, 1, extend. 3, 2, 1, extend. 2 more. You got this. All right, now we're gonna lock in, toes up to the ceiling now. Pull the shoulder blades back. Small movement, pulling those sides in. All right, 2 more. 2, 1, and you're done. All right, good job. So we're gonna go into a little stretch. All right. So let's come into that butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together. Now let's just let the knees open. Now tilt your arms along by your side. Now just let those knees fall open and let your shoulders fall into the ground. Now we're going to move through that butterfly. So forward, to center, then flow back. Alright, now let your knees fall to the back. Let your eye gaze come towards me. Now I'm keeping my shoulders glued to the ground. Breathe in and then exhale and let your knees soften even more. Alright, let's move that flow again. Alright, open. Front and then to the back. Such a beautiful flow. So you can start to recenter your thoughts, focusing on the breath in your body and how it feels. Now let your knees drop towards me, eye gaze towards the back. This is where you get to design and shape your body, make the goals, and find ways to achieve them. All right, now bring your knees into center. Give yourself a big squeeze and roll up. All right. Now hands under your shoulders. Now I'm going to take my front hand to my temple, open up my chest. Now I'm going to lift my hand up and I'm going to thread it through my back shoulder. Rest my cheek on the ground. My hips stay stacked over my knees. Alright, push up. Now let's switch sides. Back hand to the back temple, open towards the back. Now lift that hand to the sky and let it float under your front arm and rest your cheek on the ground. These stretches are so important in barre. You have a nice warm body. This increases your flexibility. All right, now come up. Walk your hands out from the puppy pose, either chin or forehead on the ground. Hips stay high. One more breath. Alright, perfect. Now walk your hands towards your knees. Drop your head, drop your tail. Alright, now push into downward facing dog. Stretch out your hands or your legs, walk it out. Now walk your hands towards your feet and roll all the way up. Alright, perfect. So we're going to go into our thigh track. I'm just going to clear up my weights here. Alright, so grab your chair. We're going to start with feet just under your hips. Let's move my mat back a bit. All right, we're going to start with just some simple releves. So you can have both hands on the chair if you want, and we do have the water skiers. So we're going to, with the water skier, you just lift the heels, bend the knees, keep the hips nice and lifted. This is a lot harder when you don't have that stable bar. So it's really important that you're lifting the heels, bend the knees, and you can see my hips aren't actually moving, they're staying lifted. That's your water skier, which is a big focus in this track today. All right, let's start this over again. All right, so I'm just going to face you, but you guys can all turn towards your chair. We're going to start with our parallel stance, and we're just going to start with a releve. Plain and simple. Now I'm going to turn towards my chair, lifting the heels. All right, 7 more of these. So my chest is lifted and my tummy's tight. Now we're going to go right into the water skiers. We're not going to pulse it to begin with. We're going to make this a full range. All right, bend the knees. Down and up. Down and up. So just get a feel of this move. Bending through the knees. That's it. Bend and lift. My upper body is quiet. All right, we got 8 more. Woo! So good. Keep those heels lifted and bend the knee towards your chair or towards your counter. All right, let's go back to the releve. Up and down, up and down. How you guys feeling about those water skiers? So we're going to go back to the water skier, but we're going to pulse it out and we're going to add the tuck now with the hips. Bend the knees, pulse, tuck, pulse, tuck, pulse, and tuck. All right, so this takes a little focus. So bend the knees and then tuck the hips. Tuck. Keeping the hips lifted as much as you can. Squeeze. All right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now come into first position. So heels together, bend the knees, and pulse. Little pulses here. So we're in first, heels are pushing together, palms of the feet are open. All right, 8. So we're going to go into some single leg work here. Final 4, I'm going to take my front leg, and I'm going to push it back. I'm going to water ski. So this is a single leg water skier. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back to first position and pulse. Lift those hips. I am not even kidding. We're still pulsing. All right, final 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now we're going to take that back leg and back to those single leg pulses, water skier. All right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's stretch this out. Whew. All right, so we're going to go back to a high back chair, parallel stance. And we're going to come down, and we're just going to lift and lower. So we can't get the full weight. So we can't exactly get our hips and knees to a 90-degree bend like we would with the bar. All right, so 16 little pulses. Now your heels can be down, and you can just pulse it out like this. All right, now we're going to do some heel lifts. So hold, up and down, up and down. So we're holding that high back chair, mid-range. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now pulse. 16, pulse. You can lift the heels as that option again. Take a break if you need to. All right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Back to those heel lifts. Here we go. 8, 7, 6. You got it. Get as low as you can. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take a quick break. Now we're going to come into second position. All right, so we're just going to pulse. Little pulses here. Now we're going to alternate. We're going to lift right, lift right, lift right. All right, so we're just getting a tiny little kick here. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so left, left, squeeze. So this is where we're going to get that little cardio burst here. 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we're going to add the jumps. Little cardio burst. So landing with soft knees. Now option, hands on the chair, and just use the chair to add that little catapult. All right, now hold and squeeze back. The right side only. So I'll turn towards you. So I'm lifting my right heel and squeeze. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, switch. Squeeze, squeeze. You got it. You're almost done. All right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now right and left. All right, just a couple more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, perfect. Now we're going to go into a thigh track, or thigh stretch, I should say. So come down to your mat. We'll bring our front leg forward, and we'll come into a hip flexor stretch. So just pushing into the hips. All right, that was a good one. So keep your hand on your leg, and you're going to take your back arm, add that side stretch. All right, now sink lower. Perfect. Let's feel those hips stretch. We're going to go into a glute track, so we're going to work them. All right, push up. Now bring this leg out to the diagonal. And sink again. You should feel your inner thighs. Now you're going to take that hand, and we're going to come back, sliding your back hand down your leg. You can let your eye gaze follow your hand. You should really feel the inner thigh stretch with this one. All right, a little bit deeper, and hold it. Use the heat of your body to help you here. All right, now come up. Now let's bring our leg forward. Come into a hamstring stretch. So I like to flex my foot here and have my hands on the floor. All right, get a little bit lower. All right, now let's switch legs. Back leg, do a hip flexor stretch. Now I'm going to bring my opposite arm and do that side stretch. Try to keep the chest lifted. All right, sink a little bit deeper into the hips now. All right, come up. Now let's bring this leg out to the diagonal. Backhand, front arm. I'll slide down my front leg. All right. Coming up, hamstring stretch on this side. Hands to the floor, flexing the foot. Now flip the chest and breathe in and let your body sink into this stretch. All right, beautiful. One more breath here. Enjoy this. We're going to go into our glute track. So come on up. Take another moment to stretch. We're going to start with our right side. So we'll leave our chair. So we're going to start with simply a point forward, flex, squeeze back. So we'll go right in front and directly behind. And then we'll go into a rond de jambe. So it's a point, swing and flex. Then point, swing, flex. So we'll plie and we'll flex. So that's the rond de jambe. That's when you add in the swing. All right, we don't need the mat for this one, but we will use it for the bridge core track. All right, so you guys ready? Have that chair. We'll start with the right leg. I'll start facing you, but if you want, you can face the chair or come like me. So we're going to point forward, flex, squeeze back. Point and flex. So leg directly in front, leg directly behind. So focus on your thigh and in your center glute with this move. Chest is lifted. Now I got my tummy nice and tight. Remember, a full hour core workout, you want to have that tummy nice and strong. It's like you're about to get kicked in the belly. So you're bracing and prepared. All right. We got this a few more times, and then we're going to switch this up. Add the swing. Go into that rond de jambe. All right, here we go. Plie, flex, squeeze back. So plie as we point and swing that foot forward. So as we're standing, we're flexing and swinging back. All right, make this plie nice and big. This is all about your hip abductors here. Such a strong move for them, adding that strength and mobility. All right, just a couple more. Now I'm going to turn towards my chair. Toes directly behind you. We're going to make circles to the inside. Small and controlled. Point through the toe. Lift and squeeze. Focus on the up squeeze. Focus, squeeze. It's a small move. All right, switch directions. Squeeze. All right, size of a grapefruit. Point through the toes. Now square off the hips. Try not to let the hips open this move. All right, now quick transition. Forearms on the bar. And we're going to pulse this out now. All right, so this is directly behind you. Take a look. Those toes should be shooting right out the back door. Your right hip pulling towards the floor so it's square with your left. All right, 16 more. Squeeze. Now I've got my standing leg heel lifted. That's a great option, especially if you've been doing bar for a while. All right, we're going to switch this up. Toes to the ceiling. We're going to do a triple pulse. In top knee, we'll tap the lower knee. 3, 2, 1, tap. So 3, 2. As you play, your lifted knee is touching your standing leg in the back. 3, 2, 1, and down. Square off those hips. Toes to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. All right, you got it. Quick break coming up here. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's just shake it out. All right, not for long though. So we're gonna lift the toe. We're gonna lift, push back, center, and down. So if you watch, knee to hip, push it behind the hip, back to the hip, back to the knee. All right, join me. Hip and knee. So lift to the hip, push behind the hip, back to the hip, and down. So you're keeping the hips square. We're not opening the hips quite yet. Stay in control. So lift, push back, lift, and down. See my hips? I'm keeping them centered. All right, last one. Now stay here and just push back. 8. Now allow the hip to open slightly here. Knee up high. All right, you got it. Strong core so you can support that standing leg. All right, hold and pulse. Squeeze, squeeze. Actually, we're going to lift with this pulse. Lift up. So if you take a look, my knee is about 1 inch behind my hip. So that's kind of where you want to go. You don't want to have the knee up here. It's back. That way you can hit those glute in and lead. And that's our target here. All right, just a few more. Now we're going to do another quick transition. Left forearm on the bar, right leg forward, our right hand, and we're going to open the hip, and we're going to go to the back diagonal. So just float your right arm, your right big toe will hit the floor, and lift. You allow the hips to open. All right, 8, 7, you got this. All right, now we're just going to pulse. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. You got it. All right, 16, 15. Be strong, you're almost there. Tummy's tight. All right, final 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's bring this leg onto our standing leg. Come into a quick standing figure 4. Feel the burn as you stretch into that. All right, perfect. If you want to grab a quick drink, we're going to go right into the other side. All right, you guys ready to get this all set up again? So it's going to be flex and point. Toes, heel, toe, and heel. All right, just join in when you're ready. Norm didn't give you a very big stretch with that one. We only have one more working track after this though, so you're very close to the end. So really keep that neutral spine, flex, point, and flex. So really start to focus on what your toes and heels are doing, because you're going to activate the muscles differently as you point and flex, and that's part of the whole bar process. All right, rond de jambe. So plie, swing and flex. Plie, point, flex and swing. Lift. So that standing leg is strong. Big push through the heel, and I'm keeping my tummy nice and tight. And get that swing so you can really feel the strength in your hips. Oh, I love this move. It's kind of fun. All right, just a couple more. Now both hands on the chair, foot directly behind you. Let's make those circles. Focus on that up squeeze. So lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. Slow and controlled. Think of that little grapefruit behind you. All right, let's switch directions. 8 more. All right, you guys still with me here? All right, we got that quick transition coming up. We're going to put both forearms on the chair, or just adjust as you need, and we're going to pulse, pulse, squeeze. So thinking foot directly out the back door, tummy's tight. You want to draw the belly button in towards your spine. We're not letting the back scoop out. Make a huge fist with that left cheek. All right, 16, squeeze. Now, option, make the knee bend bigger, lift the heel up higher. You take this where you need it to be today. All right, 4, toes to the ceiling, triple pulse, and touch the knees. 3, 2, 1, and tap again. 3, 2, 1, and tap those knees. All right, let's do that 4 more times. We're going to switch this up again here real soon. 3, 2, 1. All right, perfect. So enjoy a little quick moment of silence with the legs. All right, so knees together. You can both hands on the chair if you want, or one hand on the hip. All right, let's lift and push back. So up, push back, hips and knees. So in line with my hip, behind my hip, in line with the knees. We're thinking alignment here, so you can get a little bit more out of the workout. We're focusing on that posture. Up, push back, in and down. So we're all at different ranges of mobility. So you're just focusing on what your body can do, because you're doing things today you didn't do yesterday. That's a good thing. So up, push back, hips, push back. All right, you got this. All right, just a few more times. Now we're gonna hold the knee and pulse, pulse, and squeeze, squeeze. So I'm really trying to keep my chest lifted, tummy's tight. This will help my supporting leg. Now allow the hip to open. That knee, take a look, it's behind your hip. All right, 16. My final 8. And then I'm going to put my right forearm back on my chair, extend my left, and our left big toe on the floor, and lift and lower, lift and lower. So you're going to have a soft knee in that standing leg, and just allow your hand to float. If we were at the studio, this would be rested on the bar. All right, 8, 7. Use the obliques to help with the lift. 2, 1. All right, pulse. Squeeze, squeeze. All right, you got it. We're here. This is the end. All right, really squeeze. You should feel this coming right from that little side waist. All right, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. All right, point that toe and lift. 7, 6, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. All right, getting the chair out of the way. We're going to go into a nice bridge core track, and then a nice little stretch. So grab a quick drink if you want, and you can just join me when you're ready. We're going to start in a bridge pose. So hands long by the side. All right. And when you're ready, we're going to lift up to bridge. So we want to have the feet close to our glutes, keeping the shoulders down. Push all the weight into the heels, up and down. Squeeze and lower. Squeeze your glutes super hard so you can lift the hips up nice and high. And pushing all the way into the shoulders and into the heels. All right, keep going. 8. Squeeze. So your option here, if you have the ball, you can put it in between the knees and just start to add that little squeeze. All right, now everyone, lift the heels and pulse. Squeeze, squeeze. Keeping the shoulders pushed into the ground. All right, keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, give yourself a quick hug. Now we're going to grab the front leg, back leg, and we're going to scissor, scissor, down, down, down. All right, you got it. So grab that back of the leg, and pulling that thigh into your chest. And you keep the upper body lifted as high as you want here. All right, 8, 7, 6. All right, just a few more. All right, lower the head and reverse crunch. 8, lifting the glutes, toes to the ceiling, keeping the upper body pushed into the mat. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to put the toes on the mat and we're going to crunch forward. So keeping the elbows wide. All right, just keep going here. All right, now roll towards me and we're going to stay with the crunches, but we're just going to go to the side. So we're going to keep the temples, hand on the temples, lift the upper body and the feet so we can get that nice oblique side crunch. All right, now on your back again. Let's go back to that crunch. We got 8 of these, elbows wide. All right, now I'm going to roll to my other side. I'm going to go back to that side crunch. So bottom arm long, hand on the temple, and side crunch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. All right, let's come onto our stomachs. We're going to go into that swan pose. So hands long out in front of us. Point the toes, hips down the floor, and we're going to lift the feet and the upper body up and down. Eye deep, staying through the hands. All right, stay here. Lift as high as you want. Option, you can keep the lower body out of it, or you can do both together. 7, 6, 5. All right, just 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and you're done. All right, good job. So we're going to go into our cool down. All right, so on your backs. Actually, we'll start in Sphinx pose today. So we'll stay on our belly. So elbows under your shoulders. Let's get lined up here. You want to have those hips staying on the floor. Now if you like the stretch just right here, that's perfect. Otherwise you can push up a little bit higher and just enjoy a little bit deeper stretch. Alright. So let's lower back down. Now we're going to take our front arm out to a T, my back hand under my shoulder, my back leg. I'm going to lift up over and enjoy a beautiful shoulder stretch here. It's a nice oblique stretch, nice shoulder stretch. To center. All right, let's take your back arm out to a T, front hand under your shoulder. I'm going to take that front leg up and over. Shoulder stretch. I love this one. All right, enjoy this stretch for another breath. All right, let's roll back down. We're going to come into bow pose. Front hand to the outside, the front leg, your back arm. Now we're going to lift upper body and lower body, eye gaze forward. Now one big breath, lift higher. Switch sides, outside, like a foot. Alright, let's point the toes and lift, hold. Count to 5. Alright, lowering down. And we'll come forward. Let's bring our right leg out. Come to your forearms. Now shift your hips back. Let your head drop. Beautiful inner thigh stretch. switch sides. Bring that leg in. Extend your left leg onto your forearms. Push your hips back. All right, so good. Such a great stretch. All right, let's come forward. Let's just cross our ankles. Now do a little back stretch here, clasp behind in front of you, and just round at your back. Let your head drop. All right, beautiful. Now open your arms, clasp behind your back, and pull away from your glutes and lift your chest and your eye gaze. All right. Now hands up. Let's bring our hands to prayer, to heart center. And thanks for joining me again for another bar. Hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. I obviously love it. And I hope you guys are as well. And I will see you soon. Have a great rest of your day.